What is up, POW fam, and welcome to day 5 of Countdown to FIDE 100. My name is Paul Emmanuel Habaradas, aka Paul POW. As usual, you may know it by me by now about all of my chess career and all of that stuff. Not really. Now, we're in the year 1928 as we are just down to 96 days. We're still like 4% done. We're still like, that's just very far for 1/10. We're not yet coming close. It's just been crazy waiting for 100 days. Okay, today in 1928, we'll see about the game between Efim Bogoljubov. I'm not quite sure if I pronounced that name right. Excuse me. Efim Bogoljubov. Yep. It's so hard to pronounce that name because I'm not on their country. It's playing José Raúl Capablanca. This is the third time for Capablanca because the best games of Capablanca is featured in that 1928. Okay. So as usual, if you see the name on bottom, there's that player is playing as white, while if the player is at the top, the player's name is at the top, that's the one that plays as black. Yeah, those pictures are still black and white after all. Anyways, let's proceed between the game of Efim Bogoljubov and José Raúl Capablanca. Okay. So the game begins with d4, and then Queen's Indian, the unusual white form. Yep, that's just the chess base thing. And then black goes knight f6, c4, e6, knight f3, and b6. Starting things up with those pawns right there. Starting here on b6 and e6. I don't know how did they manage to make it blue. I guess I was on a training and then they just like have that blue. I don't understand. Okay, we're not talking about this, so let's go continue with knight c3, bishop b7, bishop g5, bishop e7, e3, knight e4, knight e4. It could be good, but I could say that if it takes here, takes. That's my quick guess after all, and then I'll probably start developing here and castles, knight. That would be my hot takes. So he took the bishop takes e7, and then queen takes e7, and knight takes e4 with an exchange. Meanwhile, Queen c2 was played in Banik Zaitsev in 1962, and probably if this game continues, it goes here and here, and not with this pawn, because it's a double pawn. Okay, knight takes, bishop takes, and knight d2. What an interesting one. Knight to d2. What about bishop e2? And then I'll probably go knight c6, because these rooks are ready to sort of collide, but I'm not quite sure what's the term, but yeah. And then when it castles, oops. These rooks are ready. Okay, let's go back with knight c2, bishop b7, bishop e2, and queen g5. Wait. I'm not quite sure why didn't they do like this, so that they can destroy the safe side for the king, and then go rook e1, and then maybe that didn't work because yeah, or here and then takes, but black can castle because after knight it's still protected. That would be my hot take. Okay, bishop e2 and queen g5. Queen g5 could be fine as well because of this threat, but the better one is castle. Bishop, they take, knight c6, a3 and a5, and rook d1 and a4. Nice. About that, what, I have no idea what about a4, but the position is still equal after all. So bishop f3 to defend this g2 pawn, and both players exchange pieces. Efim goes knight c6, and then queen g3 and queen exchange, king e7, g4, h6, a3, a6, and king e2. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, I just realized queen takes and h takes. And king e7. I don't understand. As for me, I just go like castle. But I realized that it's not necessarily you need to castle, but when you castle, those rooks are pretty ready. But I'm not quite sure why they don't castle, but yeah. g4, h6, a3, a6, king e2, rook h b8, knight e4, b5, c5, d5. Yes, it's d5. d5 trying to go for here, and then en passant, c takes d6, c takes f4, rook c8, f5, knight a5, king d3, knight c4, rook ab1, d5, knight c3. Sweet. d5, and then what about knight c5? e5, a4, bishop takes, b takes rather, b takes a4, knight takes a4, rook a b8, b3, knight a5, knight c5, and knight c6. The position's still equal, but I think white is up by a pawn, and when it's probably here, probably it's like gonna be here, maybe. Okay, rook c6, black is in a slight advantage. And then when it's f takes and g5, bad move, according to the engine, g5. But there's chance that goes h takes, but actually is the main one. But before that, let's go with rook hc1, rook a c8, rook c2, king f6, e4, king g5, rook bc1, king takes, and e takes d5. We'll see, but if goes takes, and what's the best move for white? Only here, and then when it goes there, takes, and then here, knight c4. But let's go back. Let's see. H takes g5, and black is getting better at this position. Capablanca took the free pawn. Terrible sacrifice. But Efim made a mistake again with rook h5, trying to take this pawn. If rook he1, rook a c8, knight e2, rook d6, knight c3, e5, e4, d takes, rook takes. Slight advantage. And then let's see if king f6 and then rook h3. That's 3 in a row mistake for white, for Efim. I don't know what just happened, but yeah, why not rook h1 and then rook a c8, knight a2, rook d6. Knight a2. Oh no. It's rook hc1 rather. King g6, rook c2, a5, rook bc1, b4, and a takes. Black is still winning in that point. And then after rook ac8, black is winning. Capablanca is winning in this game, in this position. But let's see about knight a2. Now breaking this bad move thing for for Efim. Let's continue with a5, rook f3, king g6, g4, knight d6, and then it just goes back again with knight c3. Oh my goodness. What was his plan about it? I think he can only go here and... I don't know. Here. That's it. Now we're uncontrolled. But somewhat if I go here, it's also bad. Oh yeah, it's bad because of takes, and takes. Okay, knight c3, so let's see rook f2, and then knight e4, rook g2, e5, rook f1, e takes, rook h8, rook f3, rook h1, and black is winning. Okay, let's find out what's next. b4. Yes, it's b4. And after a takes and knight d1, another one. What just happened? What happened if it's knight a4 and then rook c2, knight c5, b3, knight takes, knight e4, rook d1, rook takes b2, knight c5, and knight f2. So if black can only go there, oh my gosh, knight f2. The variation attacks both pieces there, and the only move to save this is this, and then go take it, and yeah, black is winning. Okay, let's go with rook c2 and rook f2, b3, rook a1, knight e4, rook e2, rook 8 c6, rook b1 e5, rook a1, rook 6 c4, and rook a5. Now it's a mate n5 for Capablanca. But let's see about rook. I mean, I'm wrong, but what about rook a6 check, and then king h7, rook h2, rook takes, h2, rook h6, g takes, and knight f2, mate n5. Let's see how well the game ends in this variation. King here? No, not there. Probably here. King here and then checkmate, but this is not mate n5. But wait. What does he do about knight f2? What's the only moves he can go? I think goes takes, and then the only move is there, and oh my, I think that should be it on that. But if knight c5, oh, knight c5, and let's see if rook takes c5 and then e4, it's checkmate. But here the game ended after d takes c5. Regardless, there is absolutely no move for Efim's king. See, look at this. It cannot move. So rook takes c5 and d takes c5 regardless makes José Raúl Capablanca win this game with pawn to e4 checkmate, a pawn checkmate for black, and that emerges victorious for Capablanca. Wow. No wonder he is the world champion. I think third world champion. This is absolutely crazy. E4 checkmate. Checkmating the king with this pawn right there taking this. Oh my goodness. No way. Alright, that should be it for day number 5. Thank you so much for watching POW. Be sure to subscribe and become a Patreon member at patreon.com/PaulPower. Subscribe to my vlog channel, POW Vlogs. Follow me on Twitch, Paul Habaradas, X Paul Habaradas, TikTok, Paul Habaradas, Instagram, Paul Power YT, Threads, Paul Power YT, as well as Facebook. And the email for business inquiries and collaborations will be in the description of the video. Okay, that's all for me in this day 5 out of 100 in Countdown to FIDE 100. We'll see you tomorrow in day 6 of Countdown to FIDE 100. We're now going to find out what will be the game in the year 1929. Alright, see you tomorrow.